Hello, my name is Ando. You probably don't know me, but mainly what I do is I make Toontown streams sometimes on my Twitch channel, and sometimes I even also do YouTube content on my Mellow Ando YouTube channel. However, today is not either of those. Today I'm deciding to go ahead and give out my critique of how I feel about Toontown Corporate Clash. Only a little bit of it. I'm not going to go on to a full-on long review. I'm only going to do a short quip of just me talking about how I feel about the game and if the game is great or you should check it out. I'm going to only talk about a couple categories and then that'll be it. And then after all of this, I will be going ahead and just letting you guys know if you should play it or not. So let's begin. Number one, the different types of things that you can do in Toontown Corporate Clash compared to what you're normally used to is fantastic. Be able to customize your tune whenever you like, be able to use tune effects whenever you want to permanently, and run faster, and you can move around your camera a lot, and there's just a lot of things that is really nice to have, called kind of like quality of life, but also not really necessary, but they are still genuinely good additions. The other good additions is definitely the cogs. The cogs got way more improved compared to what you're normally used to, especially in regular Toontown Online. For example, the cogs now go up to like level 17, sometimes even higher. Have a little bit of a difficult experience because you have to figure out exactly what you're supposed to do in certain circumstances, and it's a great time. Other thing, of course, is the managers. The managers are a great boss, kind of like mini bosses. Fantastic with the OCLO and all the other stuff. Now, of course, I haven't even gotten to the OCLO yet. I haven't even gotten to the highest ranks for any of my bosses yet because I just haven't gotten to that point. But I've seen a variety of YouTube channels and videos of people playing with the overclocked CLO and they having a blast. But there's also a lot of chaos because of the entire managers that are involved in this in the battle. The gags are way more improved, and it kind of nerfs a bunch of gags that were normally used to spam with, especially in mints or in factories and stuff like that. This is including sound. Sound has been completely nerfed, which is great because sound doesn't need to be always the one and all kill all factor. But it's a great gag still, regardless of the fact, and it deserves to still be used, even though it has been nerfed a little bit further down compared to what you're normally used to. And also the fact is that you can prestige gags instead of using organic gags is actually a nice improvement, meaning that you don't have to wait to grow your gags to be able to get more damage. The cons is that the game is still buggy, of course. When you're using an engine like this, you know that an engine is going to probably be a little bit outdated and out of hand, and sometimes you can't handle some of those bugs and it just happens. Number two, there's not a lot of players as much as I would hope. For the thing is that I really hope that probably when the next update comes out that there will be a lot more people playing Corporate Clash because it's going to make it more interesting for people to play something that is different compared to what they're normally used to, which is great. And I really hope that people will decide to check it out because at the moment, if you're on a good day, you'll be able to find at least 400 tunes. If you are on a bad day and it's late at night or early in the morning, you're probably only going to find 100 to 200 tunes at max, and most of them will only be doing tune HQs, which means you have to go to the tune HQ to see if there's any battles being even opened. If not, then you're pretty much out of luck and you would have to wait for a certain amount of time for people to finally join. Now, here is how I feel about the whole game itself. It's not a bad experience. It is a great experience, by far. One of the best, in my honest opinion, of the private servers I've played before. I mean, I know there was like Infinite, and I know there was like House, and I know there was like a variety of other different private servers that were out there before, but this was like one of the most improved private servers I've seen in a long time, and it actually gives you a strategy compared to what you're normally used to. Of course, yes, you can always go ahead and go into the nostalgia of the original Toontown, and that's fine. You can always do that, and that's what Rewritten is there for, with also adding a little bit of extra content here and there, as well as adding the field office stuff recently. So there's not really a lot to really hate on the game for, because every single bit of it has been a fantastic experience throughout, and I haven't had an issue with it. All I would say is that the game is grindy, and it's kind of grindy, kind of like Rewritten, but not too grindy. you're going to still have a fun experience regardless, but pretty much after you're done, you're basically done. And you kind of don't want to play the game unless you're doing more bosses or trying to max out your tune, which is not a bad thing, of course. If people really want to go ahead and max out their tunes, by all means do it. And I hope that 1.3 update will probably improve those tasks and probably even add more tasks, because it seems like they will, especially after the final tune task that you're supposed to deal with. So if you want a more challenging, more strategy like game that you think will you have fun with, this is a great experience to start off with for something that's brand new. If you already played Toontown before and you're tired of the same old nostalgic experience that you always used to, this is a great experience. I know this might be a rambling video. It's not supposed to be a full-on length review for this game at all. I just wanted to give you my opinion on it. Now, of course, this can variably change in 1.3. I don't think it will, but I'm pretty sure it will stay the same because I love this game dearly. This game is a fun experience. I had great times, especially with the community. The community is great. It's one of the most friendly people that I've met in quite a long time. I met some cool friends here. It's great. It's a fun experience through and throughout. Other than that, that's really much it. I love this game dearly. You should definitely check it out. I'll have it in the description below. You'll probably love it if you love a more of a challenging experience, because trust me, this game can be challenging. And I'm hoping with the 1.3 update, it's going to be even more challenging. See ya.